What's going on, everybody? This is Marcus, your host and moderator of the No Hesi Hoopcast, and we're excited to be on for another episode. Do us a huge favor before we get started. First of all, we want to thank you for checking us out. Be sure to like and subscribe to this here on YouTube. And when you're done with that, head on over to Instagram and follow us there. Now, without further ado, I would like to introduce the real stars of this show. We have Black Moses right here, and we have Leak right here. Fellas, how we doing?
Leak?
Yeah. I'll let y'all fight over it.
Yeah. Man, I'm hanging in there, man. I've been under the weather, but I probably say I'm at the tail end of it, trying to bounce back. But yeah, man. Other than that, I'm doing good. Just trying to take it easy. Got my waters with me, my smoothie. You know what I mean, and my hoop talk. So
yes, sir. Sir.
This time I nurse myself back a little bit. What's up, y'all? What's up with you, Black?
Yo, Leak, you got that 19? Listen. I know that we're getting back to normal out there, guys. Right. I want to tell everyone to be safe. Continue to take precautions. Wash your hands, brush your teeth, all those things. Apple a day keeps the doctor away. I'm glad to be back. The finals are we're ramping up for the end of this season, aren't we, guys?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Lee, for social distancing.
I gotta protect my guys.
We don't want anybody in the No Hesi community, or as I like to call them, the Hesites. We don't want any of the Hesites, the Hesi maniacs, to get sick, y'all.
That's for sure, man. Well, fellas, we got a lot to get to, and we got a little bit of time to do that. So let's jump right in to the NBA Finals. We are I think we're waiting. Game 6 is
tomorrow.
Yep.
And the series is 3-2 in favor of the Bucks. So I want to get you guys' thoughts on the entire series. Black, we're gonna start with you, man. What are you thinking so far?
Man, after the first two, listen, man. I didn't think that the Suns were gonna sweep the Bucks by any means. I'd even say that I was rooting for the Bucks. But after the first 2 games, man, I was under the impression that the Suns had a handle on the series. Mm-hmm. They might have given one up in Milwaukee, but I thought they would hold strong, get that game 4, and then go on to hoist up that trophy, man. And now it's looking like that's not the case. It's looking like Milwaukee has turned the tide on the series. They've gotten into a groove. Defensively, they're matching up well. They made some adjustments. The first 2 games, man, they were putting Lopez in that pick and roll, man, and just eating him alive.
Yeah.
And it seemed like they've done better on switches. Big shout out to Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday has been a major key to the tide being turned. So yeah, man, it's looking like this thing might be over for the Suns tomorrow.
It's trending that way, man. Leak, what you think, bro?
Oh man, I'm thinking the same thing, man. Watching the way the game's been panning out, it just seems like Milwaukee's got their number. It seems like Milwaukee's got the defensive side fortified. The only thing that Phoenix has been able to get is Devin Booker going off. That's it. Other than that, all the other role players seem to have been shut down. No more open shots for Cam. No more open layups for Cam. Right, the other Cam. No more open shots for Mikal Bridges. Right, Chris Paul's Drew Holiday has essentially put him inside of his shell. Guard him 94 feet, elbowing him, physics. This pretty much, excuse my friends, for whooping his ass all the way. I mean, he's been so physical with Chris Paul. I mean, he's literally been tussling he's been fighting with Chris Paul up the floor, and I don't think Chris wants it anymore. It looks like he's gotten timid on the offensive end. I saw Isaiah Thomas, the great Zeke, say that Chris Paul was playing playing to not mess up at this point rather than trying to win the series. So that's been interesting. Let's see. Chris Middleton has been off the hook. Chris Middleton has been off the chain.
Yeah.
He his first 2 games too. He was looking like he was returning back to the Chris Middleton of old. But he's since kind of gotten in his groove as well. Lightweight, how Chris Middleton got his groove back, basically.
Real
He's
talk.
been very consistent.
Real talk. And not only that, but he's been. I mean, offensively, he's definitely been the number one option. Offensively, Giannis has been getting his. Obviously, he had 32 in the last game, but it's been in the flow of the game. Chris Middleton has been the one that's been getting plays called for him, that's been isolating, that's been hitting shots over defenders. Chris Middleton's the one that's been forcing it, chucking the ball. So for good reason. A team like that with responsible role players, people who are filling all the blanks as far as on the roster with roles, you need a guy that's going to be brave and chuck shots up, right? You need that. You need a guy who's going to not let the offense get stagnate. And Chris Middleton is doing an excellent job at taking the initiative on chucking up shots. It looks like the series is over. Now, I don't want to say that. That's why I say it looks like, because remember, a lot of people said the series was over when Phoenix was up 2-0.
Right.
And I knew that we had to first see what Milwaukee would look like back at home. And sure enough, they won the 2 home games. And then they even went to Phoenix and beat them. So, I mean, they've taken control of the series. It looks like they just took the series from Phoenix, honestly.
And you know what? You know what the tipping point looks like it was. It was that game 3. Phoenix had that game 3, man.
Yeah.
They had that game 3. They gave it up at the end, and then since then they just looked demoralized.
No.
Yeah.
I believe that was game 4.
Was it 4?
Game 3 was a blowout, I think. The first game in Milwaukee. Phoenix wasn't ready for that. I think the score ended up being pretty lopsided. Game 4 was the very close one, and Milwaukee did take that from Phoenix.
Right.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, if Phoenix was supposed to win that game, and then obviously the Bucks won it, and the Bucks then turned the tables and did what Phoenix was supposed to do in Milwaukee by taking the game in Phoenix too. Yeah. So it's been an interesting turn of events. Giannis looks.
Shout out to Pat Connaughton. No, seriously, Pat Connaughton has been playing huge minutes for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
sure.
Now, I do want you guys to take on Giannis, because we've been, historically on the show, me and you have been pretty hard on him.
Absolutely.
But what are you guys thinking that if he
now
can
y'all want to bloviate on Giannis?
Yeah. What do you guys think of his legacy? Let's talk Giannis' legacy if he's able to do this. What's y'all's thoughts on that going forward?
Yeah, I mean, well, I was looking at Giannis earlier, kind of seeing what his situation looked like as far as the stats. I mean, to have 2 MVPs, a Defensive Player of the Year, a Most Improved Player of the Year, an All-Star Game MVP, multiple first-team All Defenses, carrying a Bucks franchise from 0 to hero. You know what I mean? Doing it with, Chris Middleton is a great player, don't get me wrong, but he's definitely not the sexiest out of the bunch, especially when you're talking about wing scorers, right? He's pretty much one of the least desired efficient wing scorers at this point. I mean, people would even take DeMar DeRozan over him. You know what I mean? Like, DeMar DeRozan is much more attractive on the wing than Chris Middleton is supposed to be, right? So I definitely think that Giannis has entered into a supreme echelon of hoopers, not even just Euro hoopers, but just historically in the NBA period. If he can close his deal. What about you, Black?
Well, we could go back a couple episodes. I was attempting to praise Giannis, and I got a lot of pushback from you two fellas, man. So I think what the No Hesi community would appreciate is if you guys kind of shared your thoughts a little bit more. Leak, I know you kind of you began a bloviation,
That's
but
all I got for you, brother.
I
That's
think
all I got for you.
I think you and Mark should go ahead and kind of take the floor on this one, because we all know my thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, and just to let people into the group chat, we've made our penance, you know what I mean? But we'll do it here too. Black has been very adamant that Giannis could be the next face of this thing, and I just didn't see it, man. I mean, he didn't have the personality to me. Okay, yeah, he has a fun accent, but aside from that, I didn't see what's the word? Madison Avenue, you know what I mean? But this guy's basketball acumen and his credentials speak for themselves. You can't argue with that. So if this guy's able to put, champion on top of that, hey man, this might be Giannis's thing going forward. So I digress on that one, Black. You were right.
Yeah, let's read this off a little bit so we can give Giannis his flowers, so to speak. Right, 2-time most valuable player, 5-time NBA All-Star, NBA All-Star Game MVP, 3-time All-NBA First Team, 2-time All-NBA Second Team, Defensive Player of the Year, 3-time All-Defensive First Team, NBA All-Defensive Second Team, Most Improved Player,
Wow.
All-Rookie Second Team, and then Eurostar Player of the Year. I think Giannis, did he win let's see, okay. So now I was about to say, did he win an MVP and a Defensive Player of the Year in the same year? Let's see, Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah, he did. He won the Defensive Player of the Year and the MVP in the same. That's like some Wilt Chamberlain stuff right there.
Yeah,
that's like yeah. So shout out to Giannis, man. I mean, look, the guy still ain't got to move to save his life, right? But somehow, some way, he's able to make this happen. But he's got a great team around him. He's got a highly intelligent mind in his coach. And he's got the right situation, man. And shout out to him and his family for securing that super max, which Black loves to hate on guys who get that for some strange reason.
Well,
but anyway.
Well, when when you take the super max, and you allow your team to do what they're supposed to do and putting a team around you. I mean, you may not love your situation all the time, but you keep that private. You don't really speak to any news outlets about that, and you allow your team to grow around you. You start to see the fruits of your labor a little bit, and it looks like that's what Giannis has done. I'm not going to put any names out there. There are some guys that are making mega maxes that have some gripes about what their franchise is doing. And, some believe rightfully so. I'm not one of those people. But I will say Giannis, he's got the right head on his shoulders for the game. His name's not in the headlines. He may not be the flashiest or the most charismatic star we've had, but I feel like these are the type of guys we should root for. We should be rooting for these. We always complain about these guys that are egotistical with it. The Giannis types of the guys we should be rooting for. And shout out to him for staying with a small market team.
Yeah, cats talk about Giannis not being the most. What do they use? He's not the most
marketable.
He's marketable, like flamboyant, or he doesn't have the most personality. Like, this guy is not a robot, all right? Guess what? He doesn't have the most personality. Like what? Guys aren't in the league acting like like Martin Payne. You know what I mean? Like. Giannis does have personality, what I mean? It's a little different from what we're used to, I would say, but he definitely, has those members of the media, entertained, right? Whenever he speaks, they're always cracking up at the things he says. I got the tinker, all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, but really though, shout out to Giannis, man. He is playing exceptionally well right now in the finals, and I'm glad to see it. It's a damn shame Chris Paul can't match up to it, but it is what it is. But yeah, man, we can move on from this situation. Game 6 is tomorrow night.
Yeah, we're definitely going to keep it.
Real quick, fellas. What happens with Chris Paul after this season if he takes this L?
He'll never be back here again.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah,
you better take full advantage of this.
Right.
So we still, like Leek said, we're still looking forward to Game 6, and we're still long series potentially. So, fellas, we're moving on to Team USA basketball, which is comprised of players who are not in the NBA Finals. Let's talk about them and what we saw from them. We know that they lost 2 games, 2 expedition games. So let's kind of talk about that, and also just the squad, the roster itself. Leek, I'm gonna start with you on this one, man. What do you think?
Yeah, man, I think this roster is top heavy as LeBron said back in the day when it comes to his Cleveland team, right? Yeah. They ain't got no playmakers. They need a doggone playmaker. That's what they need. And with Bradley Beal going out, you would think that they'd be bringing one in, but it doesn't seem that's the case. They are bringing in JaVale McGee. I thought they didn't have enough size either. We're going to pull up their roster too, because I definitely don't think they got enough size. But adding JaVale McGee is a good first step. But yeah, they got Bam Adebayo, excuse me. I always mess that up. I always mess that up, man. But yeah, they got Bam in there. Let me not get my Stephen A on and respect these players, right?
Right.
Y'all saw that when Stephen A was disrespecting the Nigerian team.
Yeah.
Talking about whatever his name is.
Yeah, that was sick, man.
But if you don't pronounce that name correct, you know what I mean? Like you getting paid millions of dollars, man. But anyway, you got Bam, you got Booker. He'll be there in a little bit.
Hey, possibly in a game.
Yeah, according to Giannis.
Wait, Lee.
if Giannis got anything to say, he'll be with Team USA tomorrow evening, right?
Wait, Lee. I think you accidentally pulled up the roster for the Toon Squad.
Oh.
Listen, man. Listen. Team USA thought that they could just invite NBA Chuck stars, you know what I'm saying, on minimal practice, and they would just dominate the field. And what we're seeing is you can't just bring any old body, put them on the same team, have Pop be the coach, and expect for them to win gold automatically, man. Who is the playmaker? Literally everybody on this team is a delusional Chuck star. You know what I'm saying?
This is embarrassing.
Aside from Drew Holiday, who's not even there yet. You know what I mean? I think
this is the worst looking. Go ahead, Black. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say I think Dame is being exposed.
Yeah.
Dame
Lloyd
is being
Pierce,
exposed as a non-point
guard. He got
guard.
excommunicated from Atlanta, and he's on the USA team as a coach. Wow.
This is the worst looking squad we've ever seen overseas.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt.
This is like the hoop C, like the C or D team
with
KD on it. Dame's being exposed. KD already got exposed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we should have had that clip ready to go, right, Lee?
Yeah.
KD being met at the rim by Precious. Ochoa.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a good look, man. They need a playmaker. I thought they should have employed Ja Morant for his services. Trae Young would even be formidable as well. But they need an effing playmaker, man. Like LeBron said.
They got some. They also have some. They've left some disgruntled players who didn't make the squad, right?
Yeah.
Trae Young he posted a clip of Isaiah Thomas talking about him not making the dream team.
Yeah, he's actually going at
somebody
Team
told Trey
USA.
Young this ain't the dream team. All right. but he seemed like he was upset that he didn't get the invite, and rightfully so.
Yeah, Nigeria did trash them. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And shout out to Nigeria. I'm gonna be trying to watch them a little more because
they look
they
nice.
look like they had a fortified squad. I ain't mad at that. So
I
yeah,
just
man.
think
Team USA.
the rest of the field is caught up, man.
Yeah.
Like each team has at least 2 NBA players on the roster. Not to mention, Eurobasket veterans, people who've been playing pro since they were 17 years old. A lot of these guys have a lot of skin in the game, and we can't just wake up, pull up to the game, and win no more. Like those days are done.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. So we're gonna definitely be keeping our eyes on the Team USA, man. But going to another topic here, let's talk about Space Jam: The New Legacy, and all things that have to do with it, the rollout and everything else. Black, I'm gonna let you get loose on this one, man. What have you watched Space Jam? What do you think of everything that it encompasses?
Man, I told Leak yesterday off air, man. # not my Space Jam. I appreciate it for what it is. I believe that Hollywood does this quite often where they repackage our nostalgia, right? Yep. And make it in a way to where now we can give that to our children so we can have something to relate to, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't have kids. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm not watching this. All right. But I'm not gonna poo-poo it. I'm not gonna hate on anybody who has. The special effects look great. I'm not trying to sit down and watch Braun for 90 minutes, man.
Right.
I've
done enough of that this season. Enough of his acting this season. So I'll let Lee take over.
Hey man, I did watch Space Jam. Forcefully, I did watch it, and it wasn't that bad. I was semi entertained. I was even tickled by it. Even it was good to see the gang back together with Bugs, Daffy, Elmer, right, Lola Bunny. I had a good time watching it. I do think that LeBron. I have an issue with the way LeBron wants to be greater than Jordan, but he's doing things that Jordan did though. It's like so you kind of gotta carve out your own lane if that's what you're trying to do. If you want to still look up to Michael Jordan, then just say that. You know what I mean? But if you're trying to be better than LeBron, I think you should stop doing things that he's. I mean, if you want to be better than Jordan, you should stop doing things he's done. Don't drop shoes that have the skins of the 11s over them, like he did when he put out those 14s, those LeBron 14s. Don't do Space Jam. Don't wear number 23, right? Don't don't do the powder toss, right? Just don't do it. Just create your own whole lane. Unlike Kobe Bryant, Kobe did the same thing. He kind of took after Michael Jordan's repertoires, but he didn't say he wanted to be better than Jordan, which I do respect that. He kind of just said, I look up to Jordan. That's my GOAT, and that's kind of what I'm modeling myself after. But Braun tries to run from that. He tries to slide away that criticism as if he's not even thinking about Michael Jordan. Yet he's doing all this, which is really weird. But I enjoyed the movie. I think it was great. I think it was a great time, especially for kids, for family. I do think y'all get a kick out of a couple parts of it. Don Cheadle stole the show to me. Don Cheadle was a hilarious. You already know he's a great actor. Yeah. He's a hilarious villain, and he does get juiced up at the end. With he gets like a whole server reverse upgrade, to his character, and he does have a full blown young man's hairline. Y'all gotta see it. Y'all gotta see it, man. So. But overall, it was a good movie. We'll be #1 in the box office this week. So, that'll be another notch on LeBron's proverbial belt. But yes, if y'all want to check it out, I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, I have yet to see it. I probably will sit down and check it out just to say I did. I'm rather disgusted with the rollout, and I'm going to tell you guys why. We know that when movies come out, everyone has to make their rounds. Kimmel and Fallon and all that, and Bron did some of that. But in reading the reviews, and Leak, you can tell me if I'm wrong. I hear that it's one big YouTube promo, like it's just a big product placement and to promote this, promote that, and you're seeing some of that when he showed up to Chris Paul's game, stole the show in the way LeBron does it. I mean, he's sitting on the front row. First of all, having a star of LeBron's caliber to sit on the front row and not be playing in a finals is kind of unheard of. Usually they'll sit in the press box.
And he literally has the ball, Mark. Look at it.
He has the ball.
Everybody on the floor is trying to figure out what to do, and LeBron's got the ball.
Yeah. He has the ball. He's sporting a new look. There seems to be some hair added to his face. And he smuggles in his own brand of brew to the game. And
took his spirits to the game.
He took his spirit to the game. Product placement. I think that
label showing underneath the seat.
Yeah,
right,
I believe these are those all white G Fazos.
Looks like it. With jeggings on. I mean, he's just. I don't know. What do you guys think about all that, man? What do you guys think of the rollout piece?
Listen, man. Look, Brian, we all knew that him joining the Los Angeles Lakers wasn't just about competing for championships. It wasn't just about competing for championships and completing his legacy as a winner. It was about locking in with Hollywood and promoting whatever it is that he's got cooked up. You know what I'm saying? He's going to the place where, literally dreams are made of.
Yeah.
In order to pursue his post career. Look at that black ice all over his beard too.
Looks like he's got the rosé connected around his top lip.
LeBron James came to the game after flying back from Istanbul to get hair transplant surgery. It looks like, right?
He's got the Teflon Don top lip.
You've never seen Bron's line look that prime, right?
Yeah, I'm just over it, man.
Tell it to my show, Le Beijing James.
No, but we all knew when he went to LA what time it was, man. He's trying to get his post career off. He wants to. Everybody right now wants to have a Mamba-esque post career.
Mm-hmm.
It's more than just hoop. Obviously, what you do on the court does matter, right, to people like us. But in reality, he wants to expand his portfolio, expand his profile, and really reach markets past hoop. And that's what we're seeing here, which is why we're witnessing him unprecedentedly sitting front row at a finals game in which he should have been competing in, right?
Absolutely. Lee, what's your final thoughts on this one, man?
Man, listen, the antics just don't stop with this guy, man. They don't. But at the same time, everywhere LeBron goes, everything he does is a spectacle.
Yeah.
So, at some point, man, this is just what LeBron brings with him when he goes somewhere, when he does something, when he drops a product, you know what I mean? Like, it just kind of comes with the Kings territory, man. So, I ain't throwing no shots in the throw, man. Shout out to the guy, man. Let me cut my please, man. Let me cut my please. Hey, I'm trying to be represented by Rich in Adele. You know what I mean?
Oh man. Fair enough. Well, fellas, man, we're coming up to a very special part in the show. We're getting ready to get out of here, but before we do, we want to be sure to pay homage to a special player, team, or anyone of Malik's choosing. So, Leak, without further ado, man, we're going to turn it over to you for hoop homage.
Yeah, this one we're gonna do some. We're gonna have a player that doesn't necessarily get all the credit he deserves, but I think that's kind of changing right now with the way he's been playing lately. Yes, this is a player that is playing currently right now. Um, uh, unsung hero, if you will. So we're going to go ahead and spotlight a player on the other side of the ball as well. This is going to be none other than the one, the only, one of the most underrated players in the league today, uh, Jay Holiday, or as all of you would know, Drew Holiday, aka Mr. Put Your Best Offensive Player to Bed.
Yeah.
This guy has been exceptional on the defensive end all of his career. Uh, it's unprecedented what he does on both sides of the ball, and we're seeing it on full display now in the finals. So I just wanted to put a spotlight on Drew.
UCLA's finest.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He also has two other brothers in the league as well. And
Yeah.
I believe there's another one somewhere out there.
He would have been an exceptional defensive back.
Yeah.
What you said, Mark?
How long has he been in the league? He's been in the league for some time now.
I think 11
years, right?
seasons, maybe. Yeah, it's probably something like that.
And I mean, he's sort of been on a journey, but I think it's because of how valuable he is on that side of the ball.
Yeah,
he's almost like he's like the equivalent, like when you sign a shooter, a catch and shooter to your squad.
Right.
He's the equivalent of that on the defensive end. Like
Absolutely.
you need somebody that's going to lock in on perimeter players. He's your guy.
Yeah. It's weird seeing a guy actually care on defense. Like, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I was watching the video. He was breaking down like his toughest defensive assignments, and just the way he talks about, how he approaches, watching tape, figuring out tendencies. I mean, the dude sounds like a defensive savant, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, he moves his defensive footwork is off the chain. He really does move like a defensive back, like some type of free safety or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's extremely responsible with the ball too. Once he gets into, once he gets into transition, or once he gets into the half court, he's also a really good point guard.
Yeah. I like Drew. Very underrated. You can put his name in on YouTube. You'll get a lot of cats singing his praises, like Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Chris Paul. Everybody, Stephen Curry, Damian Lillard said he was the toughest defender in the league from the perimeter.
Wow.
Yeah, look how he just puts his body in position, man. He's just extremely good.
He's literally what Pat Beverly thinks he is, right?
Yes.
Right. Pat Bev even wears his number.
Yeah.
It's crazy too, because he was on New Orleans. It was looking like that wasn't the fit, and we were after last season, we were kind of questioning where he did fit. Unbeknownst to us, this plan was in the works, and it looked like it's working out
for sure.
Yeah, Lonzo was too docile to be paired with him, and Drew Drew likes to let the other guard shine offensively, and Lonzo didn't want any parts of that, so that wasn't gonna work. But this man, it's crazy how he really made this situation over here. He's just dominating on that side of the ball. I ain't even gonna front. It's just domination.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the homage for the week, man. Drew Holiday. We will probably see some more highlights from him tomorrow night when Game 6 goes down between Phoenix and Milwaukee. But just wanted to show some love to the young boy Drew. Jay Holiday, aka put him to bed.
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm real happy for these cats, man. Happy for these cats.
Yeah, for sure, man. This is going to be exciting. Game 6, and who knows? Maybe Phoenix could push it to Game 7. We're going to have to wait and see. And we're going to be here to talk about it no matter what happens. So we want to thank you guys for checking out another episode of No Hesi Hoopcast. Please do us a huge favor once again. Like, subscribe, and tell somebody about this, man. Share this with your people if you enjoy this. We really would appreciate it. I'm done talking. Before we get out of here, we want to hear from the fellas of the show, Black, and then Lee.
Phoenix is winning Game 6.
Okay. All right. Hey, you know what? I'm not mad at that. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and rock with that too. Phoenix Game 6. They push it to 7. It ends in Phoenix. So yeah, I'm with that too. And we'll see who wants it the most then, right?
There you go. We out,
Let's go.
y'all. Peace.